It seems like the Kardashians never run out of dramatization, and regardless of how old or youthful they will be, they have a perfectly measured proportion of tea to spill each and every episode of their Hulu show. The Kardashians, we would have expected dramatization from one of the sisters, yet this time Northwest is the one mixing the pot. And she's doing it too, in all honesty. Her own mom, Kim Kardashian. Yes, that is correct. Northwest uncovered Kim for being a skeptic to her own sister and discussing her, despite her good faith, and it's Kendall we're discussing, so you realize the dramatization is going to get truly fiery. Actually, soon North has consistently had that casual demeanor in the family. A ton of fans say that she gets it from her father, Kanye West. She generally expresses her genuine thoughts regardless of what comes next. It's a gift and a revile simultaneously for herself and individuals around her. For Kim, the present moment, however, it's certainly a revile. In a new episode, she went, "Oh, Kendall, her auntie," and filled her in regarding how Kim discusses her. Despite her good faith, while she claimed to be pleasant to her face, "And I resembled your mother," said she truly preferred my look as well. And she goes, "She was lying, she let me know she could have done without your look." That clearly annoyed Kendall didn't anticipate that Kim should express everything that Kim did, particularly after how decent Kendall has been to Kim. It was about how Kendall took a gander at the last Met celeb. And yet, Kim had nothing ideal to say regarding her or her outfit at the occasion. Kim believed that she could express those things before North. Yet, incidentally, that was a gigantic error. There is such a lot of continuing at present, so lock in and prepare for a ride. Invite back, and in the present video, we will be discussing the way that Northwest uncovered Kim Kardashian, discussing Kendall Jenner's Met function look. Yet before we get to discussing all of that, make a point to offer this video a mem. Ager, go ahead and crush that buy-in button for additional recordings like this one later on. Now, Kim felt that she could trust in North. She is her girl, all things considered, so Kim anticipated that she should maintain her mysteries protected in her heart. Yet, that isn't the very thing that North is. Like when Kim learned about the way that North had let the cat out of the bag to Kendall, she overreacted and went off on North. She chose to give her girl a small talk on how she ought to be more faithful to her mom by the manner in which you really want to have some like dedication. When mama discusses individuals, you can't see them. How could you tell Aunt P? I detested her outfit fundamentally. North let Kendall know that Kim could have done without her Met function look, which Kendall cherished. In the latest episode of The Kardashians, we got to see in the background, as the Kardashians arranged and went to the Met affair last year, they were joined by North Scott and Penelope Da. Large portion of the episode anyway was about the pot that Northwest worked up. She didn't simply wreck Kim in that frame of mind by uncovering her, yet she additionally read her to rottenness, which many individuals found exceptionally entertaining. So essentially North was gotten some information about her viewpoints on her mother's dress, the sky opari dress that she wore to the occasion. To this, North said that it helped her to remember something that somebody would get from a dollar store. Well, that will hurt, won't you concur? Yet sooner or later the dress developed on the 10-year-old, and she did ultimately wind up preferring how it looked on her mother. Yet hang on, she wasn't finished at this point. She actually needed to get the show in for the episode. After the occasion finished, Kim and every other person chose to skirt the all-nighter of the celebration and go loosen up in their condos with one another. Ken needed to go through the night with her family, which was really extremely sweet of him. Had she realized what was coming for her, she couldn't ever have done it. This is the point at which we understood that North had gotten into an enormous sticky situation, and that Kim had begun to overreact. We have a sound recording. Shut the up, I'm not. Close the up. Stand by. Hang on. Yet, hang on, before we enlighten you concerning what occurred next, help us out and impart this video to a companion who could partake in our substance now. For those of you who stay aware of the Carda high-ends quip planned, you could recollect the outfit Kendall wore for the Met Lady last year. It was a sequin bodysuit with extremely lengthy sleeves, yet the genuine show halted was the sets of boots she wore. She wore madly tall stage boots, which made her just about 7 feet tall. The boots were planned by Imprint Jacobs, and the vast majority, including Kendall, love them. Despite the fact that she's quite possibly of the greatest model right now, she was as yet apprehensive about her outfit, particularly the boots, due to how tall they were. Kendall even discussed it. and said that she adored the boots, yet they were pretty wild yet. That is the very thing made them so blemished. Jacobs covered. Kendall said that she, because so apprehensive, was a direct result of how tall she got each time she wore them. She said that she's as of now just about 6 feet tall, so when she put the boots on, she turned out to be very nearly 7 feet tall. Well, that is a major distinction at any rate. When she gave the outfit a shot, Kylie raised her up, telling her how wonderful she looked. And all it seemed like Kendall truly required that help around then, due to how anxious she was. Jenner cited everything Kylie shared with her. She said to Kendall, "Your butt looks astonishing now," despite the fact that Kylie and Kendall beauticians cherished her look. Kim had different considerations about her sister's outfit, and she didn't avoid saying these spots without holding back. Purportedly, Kim told North that she could have done without Kendall's outfit by any means, and that she ought to have worn something else for the occasion. Kim figured North wouldn't squeal on her, yet gracious she did. She felt free to educate her Aunt Kendall concerning all that Kim had told her about Kendall's outfit at the occasion. When Kendall found this out, she was exceptionally stunned to find out about how Kim was overall madly phony to her in her confession booth. She said that she was stunned in light of how Kim had totally various comments to her face. She said that Kim continued to tell her how extraordinary she looked the entire night in that bodysuit. Kim let Jenner know that her look was astounding and said, "I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Kim was letting me know like the entire night she resembles. No, it's extraordinary. It's incredible. Your look is incredible. I love it. I love it. I love it." However, at that point, she met Northwest and Penelope in her room, who told her that Kim truly loathed her look and that she was lying. "And I resembled you. Her mother said she truly enjoyed my look as well. And she goes, she was lying. She let me know she could have done without your look." They likewise told her that her look was their one that evening, which made it somewhat better for Kendall. She even confessed to that in the episode and said that she was North's #1 from that evening, and that was all that made a difference to her. Goodness, folks, like, who was your one of the night? Then they were like, "You are truly our one," and I resembled, wow, stop, T. Ruth be told, and they resembled, definitely, we truly adored yours. You were our one. Kim, when she learned about what North did, gave her a little talk discussing how she ought to be more faithful to her way. You want to have some like steadfastness when mom discusses individuals you can't so explain to them. How could you tell Aunt Tell I despised her outfit? She told North that at whatever point she was talking smack out somebody, North couldn't go to them and let them know what Kim said. She then, at that point, asked her for what good reason she educated Kendall concerning the entire thing. She told her how she ought to constantly have her mom's back, and the way in which this was the sort of thing exceptionally off base of her to do. North, with her casual disposition, said that she was being straightforward, that as well as let Kim know that she never told North not to tell anybody, so how could she should know? Never told me to not tell. I generally don't tell. When you tell not tell, it seems like Kit would need to make her little girl sign us after one or the other was in support of the present video. Do you believe they will discuss all of this in the future in the following episode? How would you think you'll be raised again? Do you think Kim and Kendall will have a battle again? Let us in on everything you think and expectations in the remarks segment underneath. Remember to offer this video a major go ahead and crush that buy-in button for additional recordings like this one later on. And with all of that far removed as consistently, we will see you in our next video here at the Superstar Buzz.